All right, y'all, what's going on? It's Combo Breaker 99 back with another video. All right, y'all, back with some quick fight news here. It's going down, y'all. I know y'all seen it. January 20th, Saturday, UFC 297, co-main event to Volkanovski-Topuria, Pennington versus Bueno Silva for the bantamweight title. That's right. It's going down, y'all. When it came down to it, we knew this was going to happen, right? I mean, Juliana Pena, Rocky Pennington, Mayra Bueno Silva. That's your number 1, 2, and 3 right there. And like I said in my previous video, you got to keep the division moving. Let's get a title fight scheduled. I knew they were going to schedule a title fight sometime at the beginning of the year. So, yeah, Pennington versus Bueno Silva. I can't knock it, can't get mad, can't be shocked because Pena's out right now. You know, Pena's still injured. So it's going to be between these two fighters. And that's what we wanted, right? We wanted the new blood facing the veteran, right? And when it came down to it, man, you know, Rocky Pennington, I said, you know what? This girl's been putting in the work. If she didn't deserve it, she would be at the bottom. If she didn't deserve it, she would have been cut by now, right? If she didn't deserve it, she'd be somewhere in number 9 or number 10. But the girl's going on a 5-fight win streak. She's earned the title shot. So don't knock it. You know, I can't knock it. I mean, if you want these fighters out, it's like I said in my previous bantamweight video, tell some of these fighters to step up their game and start retiring in these old heads. That's what it comes down to. So that's why you got fighters like Mayra Bueno Silva in the game. You know, Mayra Bueno Silva, she moved up to 135. She wants to step it up, try her chances and try her luck at 135. She's the new blood here. And it's on her to retire some of these fighters. And, I mean, with the style that Mayra Bueno Silva's been coming in with, despite the controversy, you know, she's been finishing girls. She came in and beat the veteran Holly Holm. Unfortunately, that fight's overturned now as a no contest because, you know, of her ADHD medication, right? So, yeah, she lost that fight. But it just shows you that she does have some skill and she has some drive to, you know, kind of maybe bring a new flame to 135, right? So when it comes down to my thoughts on this fight, hey, I like it. This is what we need. Like I said, if Pena was still active, I would say Pena versus Pennington more so, just because that's the number 1 and number 2. And, yeah, it would kind of put one of those fighters in a situation to say, okay, where am I really at now? You know, do I still need to be fighting or what? But when you look at Pennington's resume again, you know, beating 5 girls in a row, I don't think she's going anywhere anytime soon unless somebody really beats her bad. And maybe Silva could be that fighter, but I kind of highly doubt that because when you look at this fight style-wise, Pennington, she's similar to Carla Esparza in the situation. You know, they both went on 5-fight win streaks to get their title shots, and they both have styles that some fans aren't, you know, some MMA fans don't really like, you know. Me personally, I like Rocky Pennington's style. I like it because, you know, she has those veteran tricks in there. You know, she knows how to slow a fight down. You know, she knows how to fight behind a good jab. You know, she knows when to take you down and secure a round. You know, she's been kind of building that style up ever since she's come up short against Holly Holm, even in the second fight. So I like what she's bringing to the table, man. Fights behind a good jab. You know, can throw it to the head, to the body, like she was doing to Macy Chase on in her fight a couple of years ago. She could come over the top with the right hand like she was doing Aspen Ladd. Again, that clinch time that she used on Irene Aldana, that surprised me, how she kind of slowed down her offense. So, yeah, I like what Pennington does. You know, it makes fighters have to work hard and make adjustments. And if you can't, that makes you say, okay, what do we got to do then? What do we got to work on? Mayra Bueno Silva, on the other hand, I think she's a tricky submission specialist. You know, she's got some underrated BJJ. I think, you know, she spends more time putting on pressure and liking to, you know, loving to strike more and throw a lot of power shots. I think sometimes, you know, she's not really focused on her BJJ enough to get her to the place that she needs to be. You know, I think that's her downfall. You know, sometimes when she spends time trying to use that shoot box style, she's waiting a lot. That's why fighters that know how to throw better shots, like Manon and even like, you know, even to a certain extent, Holly Holm, like what Holly Holm could have done, and like maybe if the fight went a little bit longer, she could have outpointed Mayra Bueno Silva. But better examples like Manon Fiorot, you know, girl like Manon Fiorot, and even Rocky Pennington, you know, the way they box and the way they strike, they can be tricky and they can give Mayra Bueno Silva some problems because, you know, Mayra Bueno Silva, she'll load up on some leg kicks and they're powerful. You know, I remember when she landed a couple leg kicks, you know, to the body and calf kicks on Manon, you can see like the reaction from Manon. So when she throws those shots, you know, she has power behind them. And imagine how they feel now at 135. Like Holly Holm felt that power a couple times in those punches. That's why Holly went for that clinch game, you know. So Pennington has to be careful when she goes for her clinch, you know, not to come in head first with her neck out. She's got to come up with her head, you know, more so up, ready to use it as head control under the neck of Mayra Bueno Silva, so she can't get leverage for another ninja choke, so she can't land those knees. So I think that Rocky Pennington is more of a specialist when it comes to the cage pressure than Holly Holm. And yeah, even on the outside, I think she'll have more success. So, you know, Mayra Bueno Silva going to have to step it up and let her hands go a little bit more, not just kind of load up in this type of fight. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting fight. Right now, it kind of leans toward Rocky just because of the experience. And again, you know, I think she commits more to fighting behind her jab and, you know, throwing more shots. Mayra Bueno Silva, she loads up a little too much. But if the fight gets to the ground, you know, that BJJ is going to come into play for Mayra Bueno Silva, whether it's on her, whether she's fighting off her back or, you know, if it is on the feet, if she can get a limb, you know, she's going to submit you. So, yeah, guys, let me know what y'all think of the fight. It's not as bad. You know, I know my man BJ said it's a horrible fight. Even Juliana Pena said it is. I mean, hey, these are the top 3 girls. It was between these 3 girls. I don't think it's going to be that bad of a fight. I think it'll be interesting. I think, yeah, Pena was in there. She's going to liven it up with more talk, but I think it's going to be as good as it gets, you know, between the 3. You know, I think it just comes down to us needing, you know, some new faces in bantamweight for us to really get excited for at this point, you know. So, yeah, UFC 297 is pretty much fleshed out now. I know Jillian Robertson and Poliana Viana, they're also on this card. I think this is like, what, 3, 6, 9, 10 fight schedules. They might schedule like another 2 or 3 fights for this one. But if anything changes, you know, I'll hit y'all up and let y'all know. Let me know what y'all think. Rocky versus MBS is going down. MBS's submission, you know, her suspension is just a little slap on the wrist. It's about to be up by the end of the month. So she'll be back to training. You know, she's already been training now. You know, she'll be training. She'll be fully prepared for this fight. So let me know, guys, what y'all think. Combo Breaker 99. I'm out. Subscribe. Peace.